talk to you today about enlightenment through plants. Um, that is a pretty heavily connotated subject or idea. Um, not suggesting the whole road to enlightenment will be through plants and what you eat, but I do believe that, as Frank Cook put it, plants have been put in our environment, or are in our environment, to open up the other 90% of our brain that supposedly lays dormant. Um, and that's where I see raw food being of a positive benefit to everyone, as far as cleaning up your mind, um, cleaning up your emotions, and cleaning up your body, um, and your spirit all at once. And I believe this happens um, largely because raw food has uh, a lot of electricity in it. If you've been looking into raw food at all, you've probably heard about biophotons and Kirlian photography. And Kirlian photography is basically a picture, a sensitive camera that can see the electricity coming off of organic objects, organisms. Everything in the universe emits electromagnetic energy. Uh, the human body itself is an electromagnetic dynamo. Every single cell within you is also an electromagnetic dynamo. You have a positive and a negative pole, and your body has a pH. Most of us run around with an acidic pH, and that's one thing that raw foods are great at, is regaining balance in your pH, alkalizing your body, not overly so, but enough so that electricity can move through you. I believe thoughts and emotions are essentially subtle energies or electricity moving through you. Raw food, back to the subject of Kirlian photography and electromagnetism, raw food is high in biophotons, or electricity, or chi. And that chi is your fire or flame, your brightness, your ideas. And in Chinese herbalism, there are three treasures. There's Jing, which is like your constitution. It's the candle, if you will, of your body. It's the wax. Then you have your Qi, which is the flame, the brightness that shines off you. And then you have your Shun, which is your spirit, which is another matter altogether. And these electrically dense foods that haven't had the electricity and the water and the nutrient cooked out of it, tend to impart more of this subtle electricity that invigorates the mind and the body. Your cells communicate to one another electrically, and they do that through an enzyme. And if you eat a heavily fried, fatty food diet, where it's nothing but animal products, there tends to become a layer that encapsulates those cells so that they cannot communicate electrically to one another. So this whole subject fascinates me, the thought of solar energy encapsulated in food that you ingest, that also imparts energy to you. Raw food has more electricity in it, and that electricity helps your thought forms move through. I think that is the huge stumbling block that keeps us all from being enlightened. I think we're born, all of us, enlightened, fully conscious and aware, and we start to kind of, people will tell us, don't do this and don't do that, and you start shutting off little parts of yourself, and you're not as wide open as you were, before you start to develop neuroses about what other people think about you and what have you. And that's where I think the real legwork of enlightenment is learning to release those thought forms, whether they be people, events, or just thoughts and ideas that are holding you back from your greatest potential. I think that, through stuck thought forms, we create resistance in ourselves to the electricity that is trying to move through us, and that we're meant to be conduits of, that emit and receive electricity. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk to you all about that thought of electricity being another part of a nutritive path that affects the subtle energies of your mind, and that can bring about great healing and is in great need in this day and age, I believe. So, yeah. With that, I bid you adieu. Much love. Farewell. I'm gonna finish my tea. Hey everybody, just wanted to bring you our recipe here. Tonight we're having tomato basil onion salad, inspired from my stepmother Joan's recipe. She's Italian, and this was a simple recipe she made up or had growing up or what have you. So here we got, Hannah has chopped 2 cucumbers, quartered and chopped, and 3 tomatoes she's chopping now. Got about a half cup of chopped basil and a 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. Is that 2 cloves of garlic, just about, minced, and maybe also a 1/4 cup of chopped onion. Gonna throw that in there with olive oil, salt and pepper, and tonight we're actually gonna have a little cooked on a soaked and slowly cooked these garbanzo beans. We feel it's okay to have a little cooked once in a while, little beans or quinoa, traditional kind of wild foods that are native to this area are beans, quinoa, amaranth, things like that. And we do sprout them as well sometimes, and just have them sprouted, but occasionally we like them cooked. So I guess I'm not 100% raw, like 99% raw. But there it is. Hope you enjoy the recipe, and have a wonderful day. Peace.